Hello students, today we will see human excretory system. Now in this video we will see the introduction. In the next videos we will see the urine formation and the continuation of the lesson. Okay, we will start. Human excretory system. Okay, so the main human excretory organ is kidneys, correct? Where is the kidney is located? So this point is very important. Last thoracic, third lumbar. Okay, we have in the spinal column thoracic, last thoracic, nearly last thoracic and third lumbar. Okay, keep that in mind. Next is the kidneys are left kidneys are higher and the right kidneys are lower because the presence of liver. Okay, the liver pushes the right kidney slightly downwards. Next is hilum. In the kidney, the parts, we will see the parts now. What is hilum? The inner part, concave surface. This point is important. Concave surface, they are concave in shape, where all the outside vessels and the inside vessels connect. So hilum is the part where the outside is blood vessels and the inside the nephron tubules, the collecting ducts all gather together and unite in the place of hilum. Okay, what is renal pelvis? Renal pelvis next to hilum, the inner surface, like funnel shaped, like this they will be. Okay, funnel shaped, broad funnel shaped space. Okay, and then calyces. The renal pelvis have some projections, that is calyx. I will show you the picture now. And inner medullary pyramids, conical masses, we will represent them as conical masses. Okay, let's see the picture now. So I told you, no, this is our kidney. The right kidney is slightly down than the left kidney. Can you see the image difference? Yeah, here this is the renal pelvis, the funnel shape which I drawn and showed you, and here we have hilum. Okay, we have hilum over here, where the outer parts, the vessels and the ureters and the pelvis, the inner parts of the kidney connects is hilum. And then the inner part of the kidney is medulla and the outer part of the kidney is cortex. Then next is the rest of the kidney parts, you will know. Renal artery means which takes the blood to the organ, and they contain the impure blood. Okay, impure, keep that in mind. Impure and pures over here. Renal vein takes the pure blood and the impure blood is oxygenated. Correct? Oxygenated. Okay, next we will go. This is the cross-sectional view of our kidney, and this is the renal pelvis, hilum, and here I told you, the projections. This is what? Calyx. Okay, this part which I put in dark, this is calyx. Then this conical projections, I told you, this conical projections is what? Medullary pyramids, and the space between them is columns of Bettini. So this space, between two medullary pyramids, we have columns of Bettini, and then this is cortex, I told you, outside of the kidney. Okay, next, renal papillae. What is renal papillae? Base of the medullary pyramids towards the calyx, that is more osmolarity. Okay, see here, this is the calyx. So here we have renal papillae, base of the medullary pyramids we have renal papillae. Okay, next is juxtamedullary area. What is that? Cortical region. Juxtamedullary area belongs to the cortical region, but they lie close to the medulla, so they are juxta near near the medulla. Okay, so cortical region close to the medulla. Clear? The next one is the layers of the kidney. The outer layer, renal capsule, okay, it connects with the abdominals, and the middle layer is adipose capsule, middle shock absorber, they act as shock absorber, and the inner part is connective tissue, fibrous connective tissue. The next one is ureter. We came out of the kidney, and then ureter tube-like organs tube in pair from the hilum. So I told you, the junction part. So which connects to the urinary bladder. We have three coats in ureter. What are they? Adventitia muscular and mucosa layers. Next is, before that, adventitia is the external layer. This is external. Okay, this muscular is middle, and mucosa is internal. Next is urinary bladder. This ureter reaches the urinary bladder. Median pyriform sac. We will call it as medium pyriform sac because they can change their shapes with respect to the content within them. Next is, we are like our stomach, they have apex, fundus and neck regions. Okay, so the internal, these two sphincters they have. One is internal involuntary sphincter and the external one is voluntary. Keep this in mind clearly. I have seen this in the NEET question paper. Involuntary internal sphincter, okay, voluntary external sphincter. So see here, the pair of ureter comes and joins over here. So this is the urinary bladder, and the end part of the excretory system is urethra. Clear? So one important point to note is urethra is seen only in mammals. See, urethra is seen only in mammals. They are short in female and long in male. Okay, in the region of urethral orifice we have vulvar region. So in that urethral orifice, okay, where the urinary bladder, that is urethra, arises. Then is male, long through Cowper's gland and the prostate gland. They flow through the Cowper's gland and the prostate gland. These two glands are the major thing in the urine flow of boys. Next we will enter into the functional unit of our kidney, nephron. Nephron have two major regions. They are glomerulus and renal tubule. First we will see about glomerulus. This glomerulus is also known as tuft of capillaries. Okay, a group of capillaries bunches together. So this is what glomerulus, and this capillaries are arised from afferent arteriole. Keep that in mind. Afferent arteriole gives the glomerulus, the tuft of capillaries. Okay, next part of the nephron is renal tubule. The renal tubule starts with the Bowman's capsule. So the parietal outer layer is the outer layer and the inner layer, parietal layer and the visceral layer we have. So they contain podocytes for the ultrafiltration. You will see in the next video. So podocytes for the ultrafiltration. Glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule together we call it as Malpighian corpuscle. Okay, Malpighian corpuscle. Glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule is Malpighian corpuscle. Clear? The next part is proximal convoluted tubule and lies near the Bowman's capsule. Here it is cortical region. In cortical region, they are present in the cortical region. Keep that in mind. Proximal convoluted tubule are present in cortical region, the outer surface of the kidney, and they have the tissue cuboidal epithelium and have microvilli with them. Okay, loop of Henle. The extension of proximal convoluted tubule forms the loop of Henle. They descends into the renal medulla. This loop of Henle only comes to the medullary region, the inner part of the kidney, and the ascending to the and gives the ascending and descending limb. The coming down is descending and going up is ascending. And the distal convoluted tubule after the ascending limb starts after the ascending limb. Next one is collecting duct. Collecting duct present after DZT. Most of the DZT comes and ends with a particular collecting tubule. Like that, we have millions of collecting ducts in our kidney. So this collecting duct reaches the medullary pyramids and finally to the renal pelvis. Okay, between this collecting ducts and medullary pyramids, we have something called ducts of Bellini. That is not some more to know about this. They just collects and gets the urine from the concentrated urine from the collecting duct and reaches the medullary pyramids, which helps in that ducts of Bellini. Next one is vasa recta. The vasa recta are the structures present anti-parallelly to the Henle's loop. Okay, so this vasa recta and this loop of Henle and this proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule play an important role in concentrating the urine. Countercurrent mechanism. So efferent arteriole form capillary network, okay, around Henle's loop, very less in cortical nephron. What is cortical nephron and the medullary nephron? Cortical nephron means they are majority in number. In humans, we have cortical nephrons in majority number. They are short Henle's loop. They have short Henle's loop means very less part of the Henle's loop extends to the medulla. Medullary means long part of the Henle's loop extends to the medulla. Okay, now let's go to the picture. See this picture. This is our nephron, the functional unit of our kidney, and this is, I told you, tuft of capillaries. The afferent arteriole form the glomerulus, and the Bowman's capsule starts the renal tubule, and we have complicated structure, the proximal convoluted tubule, and then the loop of Henle forms, and then distal convoluted tubule, and this is the collecting duct. Collects, this is one DZT, this is one DZT, like that millions of nephrons come and flow into the collecting duct. Okay, this Henle's loop have descending lip, the flowing down, and the ascending lip, the flowing up, flowing down, and this vasa recta are anti-parallelly arranged. Clear? So this is our nephron. That's it to know about our kidney. If you have any doubt, comment in the comment section, children. Subscribe our channel for more videos.